Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be going over view models for this Android development tutorial. So there's a lot of hype around view models, and I would like to explain why we need them and how we can implement them as fast as possible and as simply as possible into our project. So we need them mainly because a view model is a great way of organizing our logic. The view model stores our business logic. So for instance, let's go to our activity here. What could we put in our view model? Well, we have this coroutine that has absolutely nothing to do with the view itself. We have data that we're getting back that is then shown onto the screen. However, nothing specifically dealing with the screen itself. So we could put this into our view model. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So we will go ahead and create a view model class. We'll call it my view model. And in this class, we will inherit from a view model, Android Arc lifecycle view model already has, of course, a view model class that we can inherit from. And we will be adding the live data and this web service. So let's go ahead and take that out and put this right here. Okay. Next, we can actually take this coroutine and snip it out and get rid of this function and the function call, and we can create a new function and call it get to do items. Alright, and then put it inside here. And we're good to go. We have our view model set up, so now let's create a reference. So we can actually, right here underneath our content view, we can add a view model property and set it equal to view model providers. And again, you might not have access to this, and that's because you're going to need Android Arc Lifecycle view model extensions as well as Android Arc Lifecycle view model, and each one is at this time it's 1.1.1. So back in our main activity, we can say view model providers of this, and then we are getting our view model. So we can say my view model class.java. Alright, now underneath our layout manager, we have our observer. And what we can do is we can actually combine this. So instead of having to call view model dot live data item, we could actually just combine this. So we can entirely get rid of this and say right here, view model live data item observe, and we can just include this in here. So now it's complaining. We can just add the context right here, and there we go. And so now we have a nice compact observation essentially for our live data. And that's essentially all it is to it, except we need to actually get the items. So you can say view model get to do items. Alright, so now we can go ahead and run it. And it's very simple. Again, we just want to make sure that we are organizing our logic correctly because your apps will likely, especially working professionally, your app will likely be very large and will need to scale. And the view model offers a great way to do that. All right, so let's take a look at what we have now, and we have all of the data we need. So stay with me. In the next one, we're going to be going over unit testing. So this is a way we can actually make sure our code works and our logic works before we even run it. So when you give your code or a build to the testers who are testing your code and something breaks, we can actually see why it broke and we can actually test it specifically. So it's a very important video, next video. You're not going to want to miss it, especially if you are doing Android professionally or would like to be doing Android professionally. So I'll see you in the next one.